Toy Box Tuesday as we help bring gifts to children across the 4 states.
There is new guidance on COVID booster shots as the Omicron variant spreads. I'm Naomi Ruckham with how the U.S. is trying to prepare.
Also, parade season? You know what that means? Santa Claus is coming to town.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
It's Toy Box Tuesday here on the KOAM News at noon. It's your chance to call and make a monetary pledge used to buy toys for our children in need. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Warner. For the past 33 years, it's people like you who have helped put that smile on the children across the 4 states by helping us and the KOAM Toy Box. You're looking live now. You will be looking live now here in a minute at our phone banks. They're manned this afternoon by one of our proud, there they are, here they are, look at them. This is one of our many proud Toy Box sponsors, Miss Daisy's Home and Decor in Joplin, and it is simple. Here's how you do this. You just give us a call right now at 1-888-620-4TOY. And all you need is your debit or credit card, and then we will take care and do the shopping for you. And once again, that number is 1-888-620-4TOY. We'll keep that number at the bottom of the screen. It's an opportunity for all of you to pitch in and make sure every child has a gift for this Christmas season. So once again, here's some particulars. That number, 1-888-620-4TOY. Call the station numbers there as well. And once again, a special thank you to all of you who gave each year, each of you who give each year. And a big thanks to Miss Daisy's Home and Decor in Joplin for manning the phones this afternoon. You can make that call anytime during this newscast and during the KOAM News at 5 and 6.
Isn't that amazing, Chris? 33 years.
33 years.
And I tell you what, for something to be that sustainable and that long-lasting goes to show the giving hearts that people have across the 4 states. So please, from all of us here at KOAM, consider this a preemptive thank you. For those of you that give each year and for those of you that plan on giving once again this year, we are very cognizant that these are not the best of economic times, and yet you still find time, you find money, and you do so out of the goodness of your hearts to help those kids.
And those kids really need it.
Yeah,
and that's the beauty of it. Like you said, 33 years. I mean, think of the kids that you've helped over the years. Because I'm going to be 35, so think about that. They're grown up now.
Right.
That's how long this has been going on. They're grown up, and maybe even some of you received a toy from Toy Box.
That's right.
33 years ago, and you can take that time now to call one of those numbers, donate, and make that difference in another kid's life today.
It's a great point, Chris. Yeah, Pat, we're passing it on. We're passing it on. That's a wonderful point. Thank you for that. Live look outside of Television City. We've got some low-hanging clouds, and I tell you what, with that monetary donation, us here shopping, no problems whatsoever. And as a matter of fact, remember, if you go shopping and you buy an unwrapped gift while we do a Toy Box Tuesday Telethon, you can always drop off an unwrapped gift either right here at the mothership off Highway 69. Also, we have the Bureau on 7th and Rangeline in Joplin, or one of our great sponsors that you can find on KOAMNewsNow.com. And also, we like to point out each and every year that the gifts that you buy, we will make sure that they stay in your county, should you designate that. Chris, it's a little deceiving because if you look at the Skywatch Storm Tracker, you go, is that a little rain we're picking up? But what we'll do is we'll remove the satellite coverage and the actual radar and go to the sweeping radar. And so when we see that blue and light green, there's actually nothing hitting the ground right now. And I can tell you that because I actually called the airport up in Chanute. We do have some cooler temperatures up to the north. 15-degree gap from what we're seeing in places where it's 50, say Fort Scott and Nevada, compared to 65 in Miami. But we're going to average out about 64 here, and we're going to keep that slight chance at rain at about 20%. But warming up as we head into the first couple days of December. Tell you what, Chris, coming up here in just a little bit, we'll take a look at that chance for afternoon rain, see if it stays at bay, and also, too, just how cool are we going to get with that front trying to settle into the north.
We got to enjoy these warm temperatures while they are here.
Oh, trust me, we're going to be talking about some record-breaking temps here in the next couple of days, my friend.
Looking forward to that. Michael, thank you so much. Topping Nation Watch, the CDC expands its vaccine guidance. Centers now recommend all adults in the U.S. receive a booster shot as concern over the new coronavirus variant known as Omicron grows. Officials say it'll take a few more weeks before we know if the current vaccines protect against it. Naomi Ruckham begins our COVID coverage from New York City, where officials are preparing for the new variant, and those preparations are already underway.
As concern grows over the new Omicron variant of the coronavirus, the CDC issued new guidance saying everyone ages 18 and older should get a booster 6 months after their initial Pfizer or Moderna series or 2 months after J&J.
This variant is a cause for concern, not a cause for panic.
President Biden warned Monday that Omicron will reach the U.S. The strain has been confirmed in at least 19 countries and territories since it was first reported in South Africa last week.
People don't realize we're more susceptible today in this country as a whole because of the number of people who are now 6, 7, or 8 months out who have not gotten their boosters.
The CEO of vaccine maker Moderna reportedly said the existing vaccines will be much less effective against Omicron, telling the Financial Times, quote, "All the scientists I've talked to are like, this is not going to be good." On CBS Mornings, NIH Director Dr. Francis Collins urged patience while we wait for answers.
The big question for most of us is, do the vaccines that have been put into a lot of people's arms, including mine, do they provide protection against this variant the way they have with Alpha and Beta and Gamma and Delta? And we won't know that for another couple of weeks.
State and local officials aren't taking any chances. Here in New York City, the mayor is advising everyone return to wearing a mask indoors.
We're telling you, get those masks back on now.
As an FDA panel meets to discuss emergency use authorization for Merck's antiviral pill, the company said it believes the drug will have similar effects against any coronavirus variant. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
The CDC says 70% of all Americans have at least one dose of a vaccine, and 20% of adults have received a booster shot. While there's still a lot to learn about the new Omicron COVID variant, 4 state health officials say they're ready for whatever may come. Workers at Freeman Hospital in Joplin say they've learned a lot from previous COVID case surges and are prepared should there be more in the future. Although it's not known if the Omicron variant will cause a surge or if it will be as deadly as the Delta variant, Dr. Rob McNabb says it's important to be prepared.
You know, we've had multiple surges over the past 2 years, and each time we've reached a new high water mark, you know, we've had to advance our plan and increase service lines. And so, you know, we have the ability to flex to 3 units if we need to and run them full time, and we've done that in the past and we'd rather not do it again.
Meanwhile, a federal judge in Missouri is blocking the White House's vaccine mandate on some healthcare workers in nearly a dozen states. That judge issued the order after attorneys general from 10 states filed lawsuits against the requirement. Missouri's Attorney General's office was the first to file a suit.
The real healthcare workers, the real patients, the real hardworking Americans who just want to live their lives without government overreach, these mandates sound like a good idea. But here in flyover country, we've had enough.
The order covers only certain healthcare staff and providers that participate in Medicare and Medicaid in the 10 states that brought the case. Under the mandate, the workers have until December the 6th to receive their first dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. Let's look at our top stories and weather in the first 7 minutes here on the KOAM News at Noon. Up next, we celebrate, as we mentioned, our 33rd year. It's the KOAM Toy Box campaign that would not be a success without your help, as we all help those in need for the holidays. We're going to be right back after this. You know how it is around here. If it's Christmas parade season, it's almost time to start Christmas shopping, but not everyone is fortunate enough to afford to put gifts under the tree, and that's why we're here to help with this Toy Box. We've got the phones manned right now by our friends at Miss Daisy's Home and Decor in Joplin. Whether it's $10, $20, $50, or maybe even $100, every penny we get will go to the KOAM Toy Box to buy toys for children in need. Help us make this Christmas a merry one for everyone. Give us a call right now. The number you can dial, scrolling on your screen, and here it is too, 1-888-620-4TOY. That's 1-888-620-4869. And of course, if you're in the 21st century, a little more tech savvy, you can also donate online at KOAMNewsNow.com. Look at these folks. They need to get busy. They need those phones ringing. They need to bring in this money because we are helping children in the 4 states have a Merry Christmas. So those particulars one more time, just 1-888-620-4TOY. And once again, a special thank you to all of you who give each year, and a big thanks to Miss Daisy's Home and Decor in Joplin, manning the phones this afternoon. You can make your call anytime during this newscast, and then we'll be back again for the KOAM News at 5 and 6. Well, more low-income families are going to be eligible for assistance with their heating bills. The federally funded Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program has doubled the income cap and benefit amount for people to receive assistance. In Missouri, the Spire Gas Company is partnering with community action agencies to help customers sign up for the program. The energy provider is hosting in-person sessions and interactive webinars. They'll be doing that on Thursday to help guide the customers through the process. This upcoming Thursday, as we mentioned, is the next one. It's going to be at 11 a.m. If you need more information, hit us up online, KOAMNewsNow.com. Well, still to come on the KOAM News at Noon, Mr. Food.
Grab yourself a stack of napkins because today we're making jelly-filled donut holes. And rumor has it, these could get pretty messy.
But first, a little cloud cover out there. We'll see what that brings. Michael Hayslip's going to break down that forecast next.
So, of course, you've got the Skycam mounted up here overlooking 7th and Rangeline, and guess what's right below it? You're looking live at it right now. That is from our Joplin studios, all part of our Toy Box Tuesday campaign. 33 years you've all have been helping put a smile on the children of the 4 states. Let's continue this going on. We couldn't do it without your generosity. And it's as easy as this. Call 1-888, hey guys, 1-888-620-4TOY. And a special thanks to Miss Daisy's Home Decor there in Joplin, helping us man those phones. Guys, we couldn't do it without your help there in Joplin. And for all of you watching who donate each and every year, some of you have probably donated for the past 33 years. We greatly appreciate it so much. And like Chris reminded us, we can also go online to KOAMNewsNow.com. But for the course of the KOAM News at Noon and for the KOAM News at 5 and 6, right there is where all the action is happening. Let's keep those folks busy with those phones ringing, and a preemptive thank you to all of you who have already donated or even plan to donate. 61 degrees is where we stand over 7th and Rangeline right now. We've seen a little bit of a front work in, so cooler temperatures. As a matter of fact, about a 14-degree difference from the far northern reaches of the 4 states down to the south. Now, while we picked up just some light rain there on the western portion of southeast Kansas, as you watch this go through, you go, no, a lot of it's not even hitting the ground. When we go to the sweeping radar, we kind of got a cutoff right here in between Shadut and Fredonia. So when we see that blue right there, a little moisture up in the air, but for the most part, sprinkles, if that. Most parts, just going to be dry all day. Our temperatures for this time of year, absolutely unbelievable, up into the mid-60s, and it just gets better as we close out November and get ready for December. As a matter of fact, Thursday and Friday, we challenge record highs. Overnight lows only in the 50s. You know what that's going to make for us? Perfect shopping weather, because you can help us out by contributing to the KOAM Toy Box today. 1-888-620-4TOY. Chris?
Michael, thank you. And we take this time now to honor today's 4-state hero. Chief Engineman Thomas Riley served in the Navy from 1962 to 68 in Cuba and Vietnam, his hometown, Carthage. And we're proud to recognize Chief Engineman Thomas Riley, today's 4-state hero. Remember, learn more about other heroes, nominate one of your own. There's our website, KOAMNewsNow.com. Before we get to Mr. Food, I've got a little bit of developing news in regards to the KOAM newsroom. This is from our assignment editor, Stephanie Marsh. She donated $20 to the Toy Box campaign, and she is challenging the rest of the KOAM newsroom to do the same. And I challenge the rest of you out there to do the same, maybe even a little bit more if you've got it.
Step your game up, newsroom.
You've got to bring it. If we're going to bring it, you've got to bring it.
That's right.
So on the Mr. Food, take a look at this. Doesn't this look delicious? Because I tell you, I got a little personal experience with this one coming off of today's morning show. You know, sometimes the stomach wants a good old-fashioned donut in the morning, or maybe even what's missing, a donut hole. Well, Howard wouldn't give us any old donut hole, of course. He's got something right in the middle of it, and we find him in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If you love donuts, then you're going to go wild for what we're sharing today. We're making homemade, bite-sized donuts filled with jelly. No matter what holidays you may be celebrating, they're perfect for this time of year. We start by mixing our dry ingredients together. You know, flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. Then, in another bowl, we beat together milk with some melted butter, an egg, and a bit of vanilla. We slowly stir the milk mixture into our dry ingredients until the mixture is smooth. Now we drop small scoops of the batter into hot oil and fry them for a few minutes. When they're golden, they're done. To fill these, we insert a plastic straw and wiggle it around. The more you wiggle, the more room there'll be for the jelly filling. We use a pastry bag or a plastic storage bag to fill them. Once they're filled, all you need to do is decide if you want to coat them in powdered or cinnamon sugar. Either way, you're in for a treat. To get the recipe for our homemade jelly donut holes, all you need to do is check out our website, and don't forget the napkins. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with Kelly, who loves anything dipped in sugar, where today we found a jelly-filled way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Of course, you can find all this good stuff on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. It is Toy Box Tuesday. Make sure you call and donate. We're back right after this. The city of Pittsburgh hosted its annual Christmas parade, and that parade featured floats, marching bands, dance groups, and animals. And thankfully, it was back to normal this year after being a drive-through style event last year because of the pandemic. This is the 42nd year for the parade, and this is the 33rd edition of the KOAM Toy Box campaign. It all starts right here, right now. We've got our first Toy Box Tuesday Telethon of the season. There you can see the folks from Miss Daisy's manning the phone booths. They're manning the phones. And here's how you can do. In order to donate, you can give us a call. That number is 1-888-620-4TOY, 1-888-620-4869. And we once again want to give a special thank you to all of you who give every year. You can make that call anytime. There are newscasts now. Of course, we'll be back with this on the KOAM News at 5 and 6.
Chris, if this weather doesn't put a smile on your face and put you in the mood for giving, I'm not sure what does. Well, you know what? Maybe those 70s on the horizon for the first week of December. maybe that as well.
Oh, looks pretty nice. Here's what's coming up at 5. Veteran health bills. President Biden signed several bills to increase funding and addresses benefits disparities. Plus, a new report shows steep declines in the early reading levels within rural Kansas school districts. And a look at a new master's program in social work at Pitt State. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course. It's all coming up on KOAM News at 5.
Of course, we're back with the Toy Box Telethon at 5 and 6. Here's those guys manning the phone. And don't forget to call, donate, 1-888-620-4TOY.